Today, we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Sunday, July 16th, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comment section below. New Orleans Pelicans vs. Philadelphia 76ers. New Orleans Pelicans vs. Philadelphia 76ers prediction on July 16, 2023. The meeting will take place in the Summer League, which is held in Las Vegas. Pelicans are approaching the upcoming confrontation with a series of 3 wins. Will the nominal guests be able to upset their opponent? Before this match, the teams have met 31 times. New Orleans managed to win 14 times, while Philadelphia was stronger 17 times. In addition, when making a prediction for New Orleans Pelicans vs. Philadelphia 76ers, it is worth noting that the last match, which took place in early January, ended with a score of 120-111 in favor of the team from Pennsylvania. Before making a prediction for New Orleans Pelicans vs. Philadelphia 76ers, we should pay attention to the fact that the teams are approaching the upcoming clash in completely different forms. At this tournament, Philadelphia makes no impression, 3 losses out of 4, abysmal play on defense, allowing an average of 103.25 points per game. New Orleans, on the other hand, has prepared well for the Summer League in every game they fight until the last seconds, and have beaten such strong opponents as Golden State 94-86 and Phoenix 82-73. If the team from Pennsylvania doesn't do something fantastic in the upcoming meeting, they will suffer another defeat. Our team pick is New Orleans Pelicans win. Before making a prediction on New Orleans, we should pay attention to the fact that the team has brought a pretty fighting lineup to the tournament. There are practically no young basketball players in the roster. In addition, it's worth noting that New Orleans is improving with every game. After a crushing 102-88 loss to Minnesota, the club rallied and won 3 straight against tough opponents like Golden State 94-86, Phoenix 82-73, and Charlotte 89-83. Philadelphia absolutely does not show the game that we saw throughout last season. The team managed to play 4 games within the Summer League, and only one of them turned out to be winnable. The only positive result was recorded in the confrontation with New York, 110-101. However, when making a prediction for Philadelphia, should pay attention to the fact that the young basketball players look pretty good in the offensive phase, and all games the team from Pennsylvania scored at least 90 points in the ring of opponents. Our total pick is over. Cleveland Cavaliers vs. Brooklyn Nets. The meeting will take place in the semifinals of the Summer League, which is held in Las Vegas. At this tournament, Cleveland has not suffered a single defeat yet. Expect another victory of the nominal hosts? Prior to this match, the teams met 44 times, with Cleveland winning 2 more victories, 23 vs. 21. In addition, when making a prediction for Cleveland Cavaliers vs. Brooklyn Nets, it is worth noting that the last matchup took place on July 8th and ended with a score of 101-97 in favor of the Cavaliers. Before making a prediction on Cleveland Cavaliers vs. Brooklyn Nets, you should pay attention to the sportsbook's opinion. They are confident that in the upcoming confrontation, Cleveland will win another victory. Cavaliers have gained a decent pace, no defeats in the Summer League, excellent team play, high percentage of 2-point and 3-point shots. Brooklyn is also in good shape, but not always demonstrates high-quality basketball. For example, on July 14th, the club with great difficulty beat Toronto, which has not yet won a single victory in this tournament, 99-94 after overtime. In addition, we should not forget that these teams met on July 8th. Then the team from Ohio was stronger than its opponent, 101-97. We think that the nominal hosts won't have much trouble in the upcoming game. Go with Cleveland Cavaliers win. Cleveland never ceases to please its fans. The team managed to play 4 games in the Summer League and in all cases won convincingly. During this time, the Cavaliers beat such strong opponents as Brooklyn 101-97, Toronto 99-76, Memphis 100-77, and Chicago 87-83. In addition, before making a prediction on Cleveland, you should pay attention to the fact that the club brought a pretty strong roster to the tournament, and the most productive is 27-year-old Sam Merrill, who is scoring an average of 18.7 points per game. Brooklyn is in good shape for the upcoming matchup. After a 101-97 loss to Cleveland, the Nets didn't let up and beat such strong opponents as New York 98-80, Milwaukee 92-71, and Toronto 99-94. In addition, when making a prediction for Brooklyn, you should pay attention to the fact that the young basketball players have absolutely no problems with the realization of their shots. In all 4 confrontations, the team scored at least 90 points in the ring of opponents, an average of 96.5 points per game. Our total SIC is under. Indiana Pacers vs. Detroit Pistons. The meeting will take place within the Summer League and will be held in the city of Las Vegas. At this tournament, Detroit managed to win 3 victories in 4 matches. Will the nominal guests be able to beat Indiana? Prior to this matchup, the teams played 51 games between them. Indiana won 30 times, while Detroit won 21 times. However, when making a prediction for Indiana Pacers vs. Detroit Pistons, it is worth noting that the last meeting, which took place in early April, ended in favor of the Pistons, 122-115. Before making a prediction for Indiana Pacers vs. Detroit Pistons, it should be noted that the teams are in completely different forms. Recently, the Pacers have not been impressive at all. The team play has fallen apart, there is instability in the defense, and in the last game, which took place on July 15th, the club suffered a crushing defeat against Dallas, 112-91. Detroit, in turn, is in excellent condition. The team has recorded 3 wins out of 4, demonstrating excellent offensive play, averaging 90.75 points per game in this tournament. We think that in the upcoming confrontation, the nominal guests will not experience big problems and will win another victory. Take Detroit Pistons for the win. Before making a prediction for Indiana, you should pay attention to the fact that the team brought to the tournament not the most capable squad. There is a huge number of inexperienced players in the roster, and the oldest players are Ethan Thompson, Eli Brooks, and Darius McGee, 24 years old each. In addition, the Pacers approached the upcoming matchup with a nasty attitude. After 2 solid wins over Washington, 91-83, and Orlando, 108-85, Indiana slumped and suffered 2 crushing defeats to Oklahoma, 87-98, and Dallas, 91-112. Detroit is approaching the upcoming clash in great shape. The team has prepared well for the Summer League and managed to win 3 victories in 4 July confrontations. During this time, the club has managed to defeat such tough opponents as San Antonio, 79-73, Toronto, 94-90, and Orlando, 89-78. However, when making a prediction on Detroit, you should pay attention to the fact that the Pistons brought to the tournament a huge number of basketball players who have absolutely no experience in the NBA. The average age of the team is only 22 to 23 years old. Our total pick is under. Houston Rockets vs. Utah Jazz. The meeting will take place in the semifinals of the Summer League and will be held in the city of Las Vegas. Both teams have yet to suffer a single loss in this tournament. Whose winning streak will be broken in the upcoming confrontation? Prior to this matchup, the teams had met 72 times. Houston won 38 times, while Utah was stronger 34 times. Nevertheless, when making a prediction on Houston Rockets vs. Utah Jazz, it's worth noting that the last 4 out of 5 matchups have ended in favor of the Jazz. Before making a prediction for Houston Rockets vs. Utah Jazz, you should pay attention to the sportsbook's opinion. They believe that Houston will reach the final of the tournament, and we fully agree with them. The Rockets demonstrate a high level of play. The club stands out for its tactical competence and high level of physical fitness, and thanks to these qualities, they won 4 out of 4 and managed to defeat such strong opponents as Oklahoma, 105-92, and Golden State, 118-101. Utah, in turn, has not suffered a single defeat in the Summer League, but almost all victories were won with great difficulty. We think that in the upcoming confrontation, the nominal hosts won't have much trouble. Go with Houston Rockets to win. Houston continues to beat one opponent after another, after victories over Portland, 100-99, Detroit, 113-101, and Oklahoma, 105-92. The team destroyed Golden State, one of the strongest clubs in the NBA, with a score of 118-101. Thanks to these results, the club took the final second place in the standings and reached the semifinals of the Summer League. In addition, when making a prediction for Houston, you should pay attention to the fact that the Rockets brought experienced players to the tournament. The team's application includes a huge number of basketball players with the age of 25 to 26 years old. Before making a prediction for Utah, you should pay attention to the fact that the club is approaching the upcoming confrontation in fantastic form. The team managed to play 4 friendly matches within the Summer League and won in all cases. During this time, the Jazz have managed to defeat such serious opponents as the Los Angeles Clippers, 105-99, Denver, 96-91, and Phoenix, 97-93. In addition, Keontae George is in fantastic form. The 19-year-old guard is averaging 21.7 points and 6.3 assists per game. Our total pick is under.